Twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh, how about that? How about that?
Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Caught in Two Minds podcast.
Meanwhile, Shelly weaves his way through.
Yo, what's going on? Happy New Year. Welcome to the podcast, Caught in Two Minds.
What's up?
You know, there's Gunnar Rush over there. He's back. He's doing big things.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody.
All right. Arsenal still getting screwed over by VAR. You know, that was one of my New Year, one of my hopes coming into this new year. You know, would our VAR decisions make a turn for the better? And doesn't look that way. Doesn't look that way. So, yeah.
I mean, there's so much conspiracy into it. You can go so deep. I'll just leave it at, hey, this is the same guy that let somebody step on Tomiyasu's face.
Right.
Same guy.
Right. Yeah, anyway, we'll get into him later because he really made us feel like, man, this okay. He gonna let him play today. He gonna, that first half, he was stayed out of it. And look at me, I said we're gonna get into it later.
Look.
But he ended up ruining a tremendous game. From an Arsenal, or even from both teams. It was very competitive back and forth. And so, yeah, before we get into all that, how you doing, big fella? Did you have a good New Year's Eve, or were you like me in bed by 10:30?
I think 10. By 10, yes.
You got me by a half hour?
Sound asleep,
Yeah, I was out.
Didn't even think about, anything like a celebrate, whatever.
Once you go through these, once you get to a certain point in life, it's it's all.
I mean, celebrations just seem so crazy sometimes. Like, what are we celebrating again? Oh gosh,
it's all bullshit.
Another trip around the sun. We did it. All right.
I'll say it one more time. It's all bullshit, and everybody knows it.
Yeah,
everybody knows it deep down. So there you go.
Right.
Look at me. It's about, I woke up today and it was like 7 degrees in Texas. But check this out. Yesterday, I went for a walk in a t-shirt and a pair of sweatpants. And I contemplated wearing shorts. That's how warm it was. And today I woke up and it was 7 degrees. So that's where we're at right now. As far as global warming,
I mean, we're having our coldest spell in a long time right now, and I was gonna say something about our cold until you just said 7. Okay.
Well, last week, but here's the thing: all last week it was 80 degrees.
That's crazy.
And yesterday was, for half the day, was like 72. I think we got up to 74, and this morning, overnight, 7 degrees. So there you have it.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Yeah. Well, the Sierras and the water, we're getting all the water we didn't get for the last 5 years. So we're getting it all right now.
That's tremendous. That's
the most we've ever had in a December so far.
When they're, because I get the news from Texas about, weather and shit, what's going on. But it reminded me, growing up, those are the kind of winters we would have in stretches of the Bay Area. It's like
sometimes,
hella rain, and up north, like snow and shit. So
yeah.
Good times. Look at you.
All right. We talked the weather and stuff.
Weather. We shit all over New Year's Eve.
And there's your old guy report.
We talked about the weather. Now let's talk about food. What do you say? Now I'm playing. Anyway, Arsenal, Man City. We ended up losing 2-1. The team fought hard. Great first half. Oh, it was so much fun. So just tremendous performance. When you play City and their style, you they say it's an exciting style of play. It is if you're a City fan. You know what I mean? But if you're playing against them, you're going to not have the ball. You're going to be chasing shadows and running around and just trying to stay in the game. But Arsenal, yesterday in that first half, we gave as much as we got. We put them under the screw.
I was nervous. I was nervous going in, of course, because it's City. And they won 10 in a row and everything. But, man, the response was great.
Oh, yeah. I thought we matched them. We matched them. We
closed balls down, chased people around. We really didn't let them sit on the ball too long.
No, it was great. It was good stuff. I was very pleased. And we went to halftime 1-0. And then after halftime, the referee got his check. One of them owners for Man City cut that fool a check, and he basically ruined the game. So there you have it. There's the quick
and that's the truth of the matter, folks.
There's the quick recap. You know what I mean? First, the sometimes you have bad habits, and when you have bad habits, it makes you forget things. You know what I mean out there. But we're not going to get into that. What'd you think of
our moments?
What'd you think of the first half?
So I was surprised Tomiyasu was ready.
Yeah.
And
always ready.
Boy, was he ready. He had his hands full, He had the little constipated baby on his side over there. He had Sterling was just going to give it to him all day.
Yeah.
But he was up for it, man. He was taking on challenges, and Sterling get around him a little bit here and there, but he recovered really nice. Always got back into play, and was getting forward and helping the team out and trying to throw some crosses in. And
oh yeah, it was great to see Tomiyasu back.
So yeah, I was impressed. I like that, which meant that Gabriel and Ben White can go back to the middle together, and so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No,
it was a plus. I really look forward to that. The other thing I noticed to me in the first half that stood out was Partey.
Yeah,
he was hustling, bodying up De Bruyne. I don't know. It just hit me like, you know what? Because it's not that De Bruyne he's not that fast.
Mm-mm.
But if you put a guy that has to be big enough physically to play him, he's probably a little faster than that guy. He's not faster than Partey.
Right.
He's not stronger than Partey. He's not bigger than Partey.
No.
Like Partey is meant. He's built to guard him, to
I thought he played I thought he was tremendous yesterday.
Yeah.
At one point, like he nutmegged somebody, and I think my penis moved a little bit. You know what I mean? That's how good he was playing yesterday. I'm just playing. But he finally looks fit. He finally looks like he's the last few games. And I like his approach. He's not trying risky passes. He's not shooting. He's focused on positioning, like you said, bodying up people. He went on a run in the second half down that left-hand side. And I was like, look at him go. Like, wow.
Yeah.
He's been playing tremendous. And when a Ghanaian says something or he critiques himself, look out. Ever since that fool said, ever since he gave himself a match rating of a 4, I was like, damn, take it easy on yourself. He vowed, to improve and get better. He really has. So hats off to him. Plus Xhaka next to him. He's itching to get sent off in one of these games. And don't anybody be surprised when it comes, because it's coming. I could see it in him. Like he can't control. He's one of those guys who can't control himself. He gets into shit, kind of like Gwen Ducey. But anyway, we'll get into Xhaka later. But that's a good point. I thought Partey in particular looked real good all game. Like this is the guy we bought. And it's a shame. He'll be gone, but hopefully he goes to AFCON, plays well, and comes back fit. and ready to push on for this top 4 spot.
Yeah.
I thought Odegaard continued his great play, kind of on the under in the first half. But if you watch the game, if you go back and watch it and dissect it, you can see he sprung a lot of those little counterattacks Arsenal went on.
Yes.
And the the first goal, to Saka. Saka scored, but
Odegaard swung it out to KT.
Thank you.
Yeah. And that was actually kind of typical of what he was doing all day is when we looked for Odegaard he's the only one really on the pitch that we want to hold the ball for an extra second so our guys can get running. And then you pick out who you want.
That's what I was going to say. It looks like Xhaka has figured that out. Like on that goal, Ben White won the ball back, finds Partey. Partey gets it over to Xhaka, and Xhaka immediately passed the ball over to Odegaard, who, like you said, is able to really, pick out that really, that ball that's going to hurt the defense. And he whipped it out wide to Tierney. I mean, come on, dude.
That was
a
not
beautiful
even positive Tierney exactly was picking Saka out because we had people running.
I thought he was picking out Odegaard.
Yes.
And Odegaard just wasn't there yet. And it went through to Saka.
Saka made such a pounce on it though. He just jumped on it and
right. tremendous team goal. And it started all the way at the back with Ben White. So
yeah.
Things looked great.
I'm sorry. You know what? It might have been a Ben White defensive play or something that stopped something, but it was Ramsdale's outlet pass.
No. The first, it might have been, but the first goal, who had it? City were breaking, and the guy took a heavy touch, and Ben White stepped in there and got it, and that's what sprung the goal. The first goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, got you.
It was because just the way he read the play and got it, and then he passed it to Partey, Xhaka, and Xhaka got it to Odegaard, to Tierney, to Saka. But a great goal.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm mixing up. Yeah, I'm mixing up the one that we didn't end up getting.
Right. I know which one you're talking
After
about.
that, yeah. Ramsdale outletted it to Martinelli and
a beautiful outlet.
Oh, it was a beautiful outlet. Everything set up.
Beautiful.
And no penalty on Odegaard. They did not give it to him.
Well, yeah, that's what I wanted to get into since we were talking about Odegaard. Great. Look at you. It's a great little transition.
Hey.
What did you think about that?
My first reaction was, of course, it was a penalty. They started showing replays, and I was like, but then I just started thinking, my big question always on stuff like that is because everybody will lock onto one thing, but it's not always just one thing that they decide on, did Ederson touch the ball? If he did or not, and I think he did touch it, I'll say that. But You can't go through a player to do it. You can't just aggressively take a player down. That's a clear injury situation that, reckless play, and that's a penalty in the box, and go set it up on the spot.
Right. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that gets me. Everything you just said is on point. Because I'm an Arsenal fan, I thought it was a clear, stone cold penalty. Even when I watched it again, if you catch it, it depends on whichever angle you show. It's always going to look like a penalty. And if you catch it on that one angle, it looks like he got there a little before Odegaard. But the thing that I don't understand is how come VAR doesn't come back and be like, we don't know. You go look at that shit like they did the second penalty. You know what I mean? Or the second call, whatever. Like, how come they don't do that in that situation? Because it's not clear and obvious? Is that why? Because if you're going to make him go look at the other one, and he didn't call a penalty, which was, to me, was the right call on Xhaka. He didn't, he or at least be able to ask him, how come when you first saw that, how come you didn't call a penalty on Xhaka? How come? And I guarantee he would say, because it looked like Bernardo Silva was diving. You know?
Yes.
That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't.
I mean, you know.
Anyway, I just went from that penalty to the other.
Yeah, and like I'm ready to jump on the next one too, man, because it's just
like at least make him go look at it on the first one, at least, because maybe he'll do the same fucking thing he did on the second one. It's be like, oh, okay, I got it wrong.
Yeah, and I mean, just as an example, I mean, I'm kind of moving on through the game, but we'll go back through the points. But
of course,
I mean, as it goes, all the controversial plays moving on. Like, didn't they look at VAR for the Gabriel knocking down Gabriel Jesus?
I don't think so.
He called the penalty, but then I think he actually maybe they just called that straight up. He called that straight up. Okay.
Or I think he gave him a second yellow, and that was the red.
Second yellow, and then that was the red.
Right.
And then the Rodri play, like 3 minutes later, when he just shoved Odegaard down, he hit him almost as hard, but it was from the side, so it wasn't the same, and it wasn't red. But he didn't even stop, give a card to him, and then he gave a card to Saka for art. I mean, it's just he let the game get way out of hand.
When the whole first half, he took it upon himself to not let it get out of hand. Like he just let him play, like whatever, you know. And then he everything he did was right. Like he ruined his own game. He ruined it. You know, he made the right decision. Even if they say go look at it on VAR, I'd be like, well, if you guys didn't see anything, I'm just gonna let it go. I don't need to go look at VAR. I already fucking, you know, I did my thing on the second one. The first one, okay, he didn't give us a penalty. It was close. It was bang bang. Either way, no big deal, you know. But for them to make him go look at the screen on the second penalty and not the first one is where it's weird. And for him to be like, to make the call, get the word from VAR, to be like, nah, you got to go look at the screen. We don't know. We can't tell. And then go look at the screen and fuck himself. It's just ridiculous to me. If I'm the ref, I'm letting it go, dude. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna
like it gets pointed out so often. Like any plays that are super close, you don't change because it's got to be clear and obvious evidence.
Why would you?
Right. So you made that call, and you know what you were thinking.
Right.
Is that you know what he was already going down.
Bingo.
I saw a little tug, but he was already going down. He was trying to get me to get the call, which a soccer player is supposed to do. So I'm not faulting Silva for that.
Exactly.
But you know, you can't be fooled, and you weren't fooled, and then you changed it. You know, it's like
you shit all over your natural instinct, your natural decision making as a ref. You shit all over it by going onto that fucking screen and being like, you know what? But when you get that, when some Arab dude comes into the referee locker room at halftime and cuts you that check, or when he opens up that briefcase and you see how much money and shit is there, you're gonna do that to yourself, because that's what happened. That's what happened. Yeah. He got his check at halftime and decided, okay, well, City got to win this game, and we got to figure out a way to do it.
Yeah,
that's what it looked like to me. You know, that's what it looked like.
My cynical ass during halftime was like making jokes to myself, like, "Wow, so the Arsenal the young gun story in Arsenal has the league intrigued, and they're actually going to let Arsenal like play in this one, huh?
Right.
We can actually like they're going to let us, you know, like that's the script. No." Second half was just a slap in my face. Like, come on, man. City, dynasties, all this is very important, you know.
I'll tell you what, I'll talk about that later, but, you know, the crocky, you know, shit. You got to do what you got to do. See where you got the cash to do it. Anyway, now.
Actually, you know, Little Deuce Stables pointed out to me that, you know, they lost a lawsuit.
Who?
The Cronkies, the Rams. The Rams lost a $500 million lawsuit or something like that, or maybe 50. No, I think he said $500 million lawsuit to St. Louis, I think, or something like that.
Oh, that's right, yeah. for moving. So yeah, that means that we're not gonna get nobody in January.
Yeah, it means that, hey man, we might be hearing a lot of talk, but maybe not a lot of action. No.
I wanted to make a comment about when I say, remember, I make statements like, I love Gabby, I love his energy, but he's a little spazzy.
Yeah,
I always say he's a little spazzy. That missed opportunity is an example of that spazziness. Tremendous player. I mean, I love everything about him, his energy, and this all goes to being a young player. And you could, if you want to put a stamp on the game, a young team, no composure. That's why we lost. You look at his miss, you look at Xhaka. There's no reason they were getting the job all over the place. But then you look at Gabriel. Now, Gabby's got to make that shot, dude. Because every goal he scores is damn near a world beater. Like he scores incredible goals. And to miss that one in that situation is ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
And hopefully, he's just settled down. He's been doing it lately. He's been calmer and more composed, but in that situation.
I mean, he got pretty excited and he really kind of got real cute with it where he tried to put it. When he had a whole goal in front of him, it was like,
bingo.
Just take your time for a second, because the only person in front of you is Saka. It's just Saka standing there. It's like
all game. No, him staying out wide and being a threat on that left is tremendous. And then you got Saka on the other side. So I'm not shitting on him. I'm just saying these are the little things that maturity brings.
Side note: you saw the pile on about the ref on that one too.
Nah, what happened?
When you see the replay, the ref's in Gabby's way. Like when the pass is coming across and Gabby starts stepping towards it, the ref's in his way and he gets out of his way. But he does make Gabby kind of stutter step for a second right before he gets ready to strike it,
To be that deep in the box in that situation.
That's what one person is freaking out about. He was like, why is he trying to get into the box?
On that situation, it's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And it could have threw him off. Could have. You never know. But
Stewart Atwater, something like that. Atwell or something.
He's a rotten bastard. He's as rotten as a bastard.
Suspended from the Premier League for 4 years at one point.
Right.
For being such a bad ref. Controversial calls.
Right. He loves
the conspiracy goes deep, folks. I can go deep.
And I mean, just look at all the shit he's been in there,
Yeah.
Tomiyasu.
I mean, he's got us twice in a month. Right. So,
Bernardo Silva's a little rotten bastard too. I'd love to slap the shit out of him. Dude. He's talking about I swear. Like he basically convinced that fool to going crazy, getting mad at Ramsdale's legendary time wasting. Like he's up there like, come on, kick it.
Yeah.
Soon as they go up 2-1, though, he's fucking time wasting. He's just a rotten bastard, dude. Anyway. We were rumored to be looking at him, Bernardo Silva, over the summer, and I was just like, get out of here with that guy. What about Gabriel? I thought let me say, I thought it was harsh, but I hadn't realized he got a yellow during all the little skirmish before that, because I think I was on Instagram or something.
I mean, it's the only reason why I tie the thing to Rodri. In the same kind of situation for Rodri. I'm not saying Rodri needs to be sent off on that play against Odegaard 3 minutes later.
Yeah.
But he deserves a card on it. And a card there. And Lord knows he deserved cards already. He was just beating us up all day long. Just punking dudes around and knocking them down. Like he might not even be on the pitch in the extra minutes and score that game winner. Because of the card that he should have gotten already.
Not every foul is a yellow card.
Yeah.
Not every foul is a yellow. And as far as the Gabriel situation, not every foul is a yellow card.
Yeah.
Like he can't just disappear when Gabriel, the other dude, turns around. He can't just disappear.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So of course he may have grabbed him or whatever, but it's just a foul, dude. Put the ball down, free kick, let's go.
Because
Even if he is already in a yellow, it doesn't mean, oh shit, he fouled again. He's got to get another yellow card in that situation. He's so close to the guy turns around. You want Gabriel to just disappear? You want him to disappear? That's impossible.
I mean, because a collision happens between a guy that's 6'3" versus a guy that's 5'9", in the 5'9", I mean, that's what's gonna happen in that collision. Now, was it any crazier than other collisions we see? Not really. It's just that Gabriel is just much bigger than Jesus. Right. And I mean, that's just what's gonna happen. But like you said, I mean, there was no intent on it. He wasn't trying to like kill him. There was a ball that was coming up, and he came charging up to like challenge the ball, just like Jesus did.
But he didn't even come charging up. He was already there. He was just kind of. He ran up to him a little bit, but it wasn't a situation where he's like, "Oh shit, Gabriel's gonna get he's gonna get the ball. Let me run towards him and fucking stop him." He's anyway. To me,
but. Tell me this though: did Jesus have the ball?
Why do I keep calling that fool? Oh, because it's Jesus anyway. Yeah, I like that. Jesus, go ahead.
Yeah, Jesus. Did Jesus have the ball, or was he? They were both going for a ball.
Somebody outletted it to him.
I mean, I'm saying Jesus got it first. I understand that, right. But what I'm saying is, was Gabriel coming up on a ball that he believed he had a chance at? Because that's a difference between I was coming to get a ball and we collided, or I just took him out because I didn't want him to beat me.
Exactly.
There's a difference.
It wasn't a situation like that, and fools do that all the time, and
all the time in the Premier League.
It's just a situation. To me, it's just a foul, dude. It's just a foul.
Yeah.
Gilberto Silva used to do. He was a master at that. The foul him at the halfway line, stop the play, and keep going. But a little harsh. Where Gabriel, all these fucking Gabriels and Jesuses, and where he blew it was the first yellow. There's no reason for him to. No reason to get that first yellow, and he really needs to calm down with that shit. He really does.
I mean, when we talk about discipline of a team, I mean, these are the things that we've called him out for in the past. But I mean, that is the one little question mark about, our discipline. Because, I mean, to me, I wrote down as a note that there's two guys, and it's Xhaka and him that they just have that like little kind of that. What do they call it? That streak of red in them, that fire. But what's crazy is if you can't do it in action during the play, then it's not worth doing it because you're just on a spotlight now. If you're arguing and you're getting in the ref's face and you bumping them or something, like you're gonna get a card for that. And that's an unnecessary card.
There's no reason to get involved.
If the dude got you and you want to get him back, get him back. Get him back when you get your chance. And sometimes you got to wait. Like, what was dude's name? The golf club dude?
Oh, yeah.
Bellamy. I mean, he waited a year and a half to get somebody back. You get him back. You get him.
You got to learn the dark arts and you got to calm down. You really do. But I mean, that's part of why we love Gabriel. He's aggressive. He's big. He's strong. He's angry. He'll jerk a knot in your ass. But at the same time, in certain situations, other matches, you gotta relax, man. You gotta relax. We already got one dude who's past the, you can't tell Xhaka to not fucking be somebody said he's a chaos merchant. I love those fools in England, man. The way they speak and shit. He's a chaos merchant.
Which I'm sure is that's a regular description to them. Right. And I'm like, what?
I've never heard that saying, but it's beautiful. It says everything you need to say. He's a chaos merchant. And in that situation, all game, you could just see it in Xhaka. He, like, even the last game, when I mentioned on the last podcast, you could see it coming. He's getting bold, and he's getting into shit, and he's causing trouble.
I'll point out, like I always have,
no reason
for
him.
I've been giving him plenty of credit lately.
Yeah.
But I will always say there's 1 or 2 times a game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That he's going to be vulnerable. He's going to either get beat or lash out at somebody because he's just not quick enough.
Lazy feet. And that's the situation in the box. There's no reason he's falling, but you still got your hand on his shirt. Like you're giving. You don't have your hand on his shirt. You're pulling his shirt. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And if the shoe's on the other foot and that's happening to an Arsenal player, I'm saying that's a penalty because technically he's pulling his shirt. I'm going to hold on to that. You know what I mean? I'm going to go to the court with that. Like, he's pulling his shirt. That's against the rules. Come on. He's in the box. So you're giving the referee a chance to make that call, even though Silva's a rotten bastard and he's diving.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of shit Xhaka does to just really kind of get under your skin, because he's the captain of his team. He's got so much experience, and he continues to make these little.
I just tell you, I'm not going to tell you this. There's a prima donna about his attitude that just kind of bugs me.
The hair,
like, the hair is always slick and beautiful, blah blah blah, and all that. And like even when I see him, like last year when he got in trouble and he choked that guy, to me, in his head, this was like the move to do because it'll look cool or something, or like I'm on the spot, I'm in the spotlight. Let me do something outrageous, and that's not a smart footballer. That's a person that has moments of rage, and he just doesn't know how to control himself. But he sees himself in like some type of a role, like he's out there like performing and acting. He's
the villain. He's a chaos merchant.
Yeah, that's it. He's a chaos merchant.
I love shit like that. What else we got before we get the hell out of here? Ramsdale's time wasting was sick. When he got hit in the eye and shit, and he was on the ground for like 5 minutes. I love shit like that. When he was trying to destroy the penalty spot, like when everybody was looking away, he's taking chunks out of it.
Yes.
Just, I love, come on. I love shit like that. He's into it. Who else?
I thought I had marked that I think we should go up the right, Saka through Ake. And, coincidentally, that is, the side we scored from. But most of that half, I was like, wow, look at Martinelli just roast this fool on the other side.
Terrorizing.
But I guess Cancelo was a last-minute start, and I think he was still banged up a little bit, but he was getting by him. He was getting around him.
Kyle
they kept
Walker
finding him out there.
Kyle Walker is their normal right back, I guess. But no, Martinelli is a terror. I thought some of his decision making around the, when to pass, when not to pass, or some of the shots he took were a little too ballsy for me. He came close a couple times, but I thought there was one occasion where he could have slipped somebody in easy. I think it was Odegaard, who makes great runs late in the box. If you watch him play, if you watch him, and somebody needs to do that little backwards triangle pass to him, you know what I mean, and just slip it to him so he can score. Oh, you got the new Xbox.
Yeah, I got that for Christmas. It's sick. It's pretty tight. I mean, I got the same 2 games, FIFA and golf.
What else do you need?
But I had the new FIFA on Xbox One.
But you transferred.
This one looks different. This one looks the pitch is kind of tilted and angled a little bit, so you kind of see more of the pitch when you're out there and you're playing and stuff. And
oh wow,
and it doesn't feel weird at all. Like it's pretty tight. It's pretty tight.
I got you. I mean,
and it loads hella fast. That's
the thing. Yeah, that's
Bam.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Yeah, I guess I'll have to do it now since you got it. When you told me that, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'm usually the one that'll jump out there and do
it's hella funny. It's like when I got back, they asked me, they were like, hey, if you could find one, we'll get you that for, and look, it's the only thing I got, but that's fine. Like, yeah, that's perfect.
Before we get out of here, I want to give a shout out to City. They kept running and running all match. They never gave up. They were diving. They were doing everything they could to win that game. So
yeah. And I mean, in that case too, it's what made me, and most Arsenal fans say, feel proud about how they performed.
Definitely.
Even down to 10 men, it looked like we were going to hold this one to at least a draw.
Right.
And going in, I was like, if we get a draw, I'm happy.
Oh yeah.
And and it was like, okay, man, we're going to get this. And then that dirt. Oh, Rodri.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I'm giving him a shout out is because, of course you're going to fight to the end when the refs are getting that check at halftime. When the fix is in and it as a team, like all we got to do is just keep running, keep playing, keep doing everything we can. And the refs are going to cheat for us. They've got their checks.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what it looks like to me. They never stopped. They were on a shortened week. They played 2 days ago and they never stopped playing. And it's because, that's within them. They know that, Somebody gives them a call. Somebody gives Pep the call. Did you give the ref the check? Yep. He's got it. Okay, cool. Let's go out there and, make something happen. And that's what it looked like.
Expendable money, huh?
And what I learned today is the Cronkies better start cutting checks if we're going to compete with these big squads.
They don't know how to produce them that fast, though. They got a lot of decisions, and they got to run it by Kendall Long.
They got to feed big black dudes.
Kendall Roy. They got to run it by Kendall Roy first, and
I'm
all caught up.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's all right.
There's kind of a bad taste starting up, man. I'm starting to get crazy about some of these shows of just the extremely rich.
I watch Succession, but it's just I'm in too deep now, and I used to think Macaulay Culkin was funny and shit. You know what I mean? And now he's kind of getting on my nerves. Is it Macaulay? I'm just playing. People.
What do you say we going out? Hey, I'm a smart guy.
Yeah. But I tell you what, Kendall gets on my fucking nerves, dude. He's so weak. He's so fucking weak. You know what I mean? It's like, dude.
Honesty is what I need.
But I tell you what, what's her name? Shiv.
Woo!
Shiv.
She ride low. Hey, that's all I can say. She ride low.
Shiv with that,
Go watch Succession, folks. I'm telling you,
that little wedding dress they had her in or whatever,
Oh, hey, one more show that you had suggested me to. I wanted to run by you real quick because I just started Yellowstone.
Yeah,
are they all like an hour and a half, hour 15?
When you watch Yellowstone, you got to talk like this, Pitts, because we're wranglers. We're fighting for land. It's our land.
There's a smell in the air. That's all I can tell you.
Rip, go take care of it, Rip. Anyway, no, it's just they're like an hour,
It's a lot of shows, so
yeah. But anyway, enough. Did you learn anything? I learned that the Cronkies need to start bribing refs if we're going to compete for titles and trophies. If they don't start bribing refs and barred people, we don't have a prayer. So
I learned that this performance kind of puts the team on notice now. We're gonna expect this out of every big game now.
Beautifully said.
We're gonna expect this against Chelsea and all these other teams. And I just watched Chelsea and Liverpool play. Man City don't play like them. Not that hard. I mean, those two teams just never stopped kicking each other and running hard. And
I will say this. That's a good point. But there was a stretch there where both teams stopped kind of pressing, and you don't get that with City. So I disagree right there. City will, because they know that all they got to do is just keep going hard. They're going to win because either way, if they score a goal legitimately or not, the fix is in, and they play like that. But
it's like Pep pulls the switches though. Like Sterling goes for like 5 minutes making runs, and they try to hit him, and then we're gonna go from somewhere else, and it's just, I mean, it's just his teams. Hats off, dude. His teams play in a style that it's hard to break him down. He's got all the kind of players he wants.
Did you
all
see
these little guys?
When that one full miss, he was on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, the other thing about a Pep team that you've mentioned before, you see how, like you were saying, how Silva, how he talked to the ref. He talked the ref into like, come on. You gotta check the VAR. You gotta check the VAR. You gotta check it.
Yeah.
And during that whole thing, Pep just sat back like, because he's got his players trained now. Like, this is how you work the ref, okay?
Yeah.
Like, and
no, but you're absolutely right about Arsenal. This was I said last week that this is the real test, this game of how far we've come, our progression. Is Odegaard going to be able to compete on this stage against this team? Are we going to be in the game? And the young Gunners answered that in flying colors. They, all kidding aside, they played their hearts out. We should have got a point. We should have got a lot out of this game. But what we did get was confidence.
Yeah.
Going into the rest of this season. That, like you said, this is how we play now. We can expect this going forward. And, I talked a lot of shit about top four. I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? But
we have the ability to impose our style, our will on a game offensively, and we're going to expect to see that every game now. The other thing I'll just point out real quick, because I really don't think anything's happening with the Abba situation now. So when he comes back, to me, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. He's seen us play now. If he can't fit into this,
he can't.
It'll be so obvious, right? Like, the first start he gets, like, if the play just hits the brakes again and we don't have any kind of creativity, we know, right? It's like very obvious. Like,
well, even Laka yesterday, he didn't really do much, but what he did do, he was doing, and you're not going to get that from Aubameyang.
Small touches, just small little touches. Like the ball's hanging out there, Laka can toe touch it to Martinelli and keep the ball moving.
You're not gonna get that from Abba. The only thing you can get from Abba, which would be beneficial to the team, is if when you want to give Martinelli a break out on that left, you put Abba out there.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying, we're gonna see Abba when he gets back, just because I think these guys, we're gonna need breaks, and
but he's got to play out wide left. Is all.
Laka's gonna need his break. He'll watch. You'll see him back down the middle again.
Okay. It's not gonna work.
I don't agree. Keep him out left. I say keep him out left. But
when Martinelli needs a break, you bring in Abba. I'll go with that. No problem. But like you said,
Smith Rowe.
With Smith Rowe, he can keep coming off the bench, or when Odegaard, he falls off, then you slip him in there. But even that's not going to really work out the same, because they play different. Odegaard is looking to spread the ball around and do big things with it, get people involved. Smith Rowe is trying to score goals.
So leave him out on the left, which means Abba don't get over Smith Rowe either. So now Abba is sitting.
That's true.
I don't play him over Smith Rowe.
That's what I'm saying.
Sit, or he could play right up top or behind Nketiah. So he's sitting.
They really have kind of let that all go to shit. And look, I'm gonna get all sad thinking about that. Thinking Nketiah, Aubameyang, and Laka, all those fools.
Yeah. The only way you could judge guys that only get in 3 times a year
Yeah.
Is when they do go in, how hard do they play? And Nketiah plays his ass off when he goes in, dude. And a lot of times he's playing with slop time and players that are tired and don't get him past. I mean, come on, man.
He gets a bad rap. He's one of those fools. If you gave him 5 games on the run, just week after week, 5 games in a row, he'll score you some goals. He's one of those players who has a knack.
He does.
Because he shows it in the amount of time that he plays.
Yeah.
It's not that he's scoring, he's scoring in the Carling Cup against weaker opposition, whatever. He's scoring goals. It's the hardest thing to do in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He has a shitload of them. And he just doesn't get the opportunity, and he never has. And it's just one of those sad things, kind of.
Yeah.
Because he's part of that crew, the Hell End.
He's played with all them guys.
He's one of the ones that was early on,
Yeah, he got called up before all of them.
He scored a game winner in one of them crucial matches we had, and ever since then. But anyway, enough, dude. We're done. We're not gonna go around again. We're done.
Enough.
Who we got? We got Liverpool. Lord, did you see?
Is that Thursday?
Did you see Mane knock the shit out of Alonso to start the game, just to really let him know who he was dealing with?
Oh, yes.
The elbow. Like he did Tomiyasu.
Yeah.
He's somebody said, hold on a sec, I gotta find it. I said, but yeah, somebody said, hold on, look at me. And this is another one I'm saying, that's hella funny. Oh, Gooner _GAWA, Mark. He said, Mane is a snide wee fucker, isn't he? After that play. A snide wee fucker. That says it all, And I went to him and said, Mane and Bernardo Silva play out wide for the all wee fucker squad. So we got to fill out the rest of that squad here in a couple of days.
Yes.
Anyway,
I mean, Sterling's on there somewhere. Yeah.
Sterling, he's another one.
And he could play down the middle if you have to. So.
Sterling is the number 10. That's a good point. You got so we got Mane out wide, Bernardo Silva on the right, Sterling. There's some more people in there. I'll figure it out.
Kovacic, you see his goal today?
Pulisic's a little angry bastard too.
Hey. I mean, hey, little secret guy. We're men's national team, U.S. men's national team fans. He's by far the most talented that we've produced.
Yeah.
He hasn't surpassed a Deuce year yet, though. I mean, Deuce
not playing for his country, no. But as far as
Deuce, Fulham. Deuce's Fulham year, his one big year was incredible. I mean, had a hell of a year.
Tremendous. Now, Pulisic, that was a great goal by him today. I just like how he takes the shit. Like they were giving him shit. Like they were almost wanting to boo him at one stretch of Chelsea.
He missed the one earlier because he went for an extra touch and all that.
Great play by the keeper.
Really nice play.
You know what I mean? But there was a couple stretches there. They wanted to boo him, but they didn't. They held off, and then he scored that goal and was like, yeah. So good times. I said this podcast was over. Anyway.
Okay, folks.
Good luck. Good luck to the Raiders.
Happy New Year to everybody.
Tremendous. That's gonna do it. I got nothing. Peace out. Take it easy. Thursday, Liverpool, EFL Cup. No Mane, no Salah, none of those fools. So we got a shot.
All right, let's do it.
At that. Peace.
Twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh!
Thank you for tuning into Caught in Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and review. All feedback is much appreciated. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITM Podcasts, at Guna Rush, and at eMarshall Comedy. The music of this podcast is brought to you by Statics. If you like what you hear, please head on over to staticsmusic.com and be sure to follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Statics Music. That's STATX Music. Peace.